Yo, Triple Eight Mega Head Bad Deck Enthusiast, and today I have for you guys an updated Rikka list. We played the deck, we learned how to play it, we got it to dual level max, and now I'm going to share it with you guys. So you guys are going to get the deck list, you guys are going to see some duels as well as the duel that got us to dual level max. Let's get to it. So you guys, here's the deck list, and we played it pretty straight up. We didn't play much hand traps. We played a lot of go second cards because this deck, which you'll find out, it's very good at going first already, and you kind of already have a decent go second plan with Con. But if you could back that up with like Dark Hole and Harpy's Feather Duster, evenly matched, Dark Ruler No More, Imperm, you kind of have like a lot of things going for you. The extra deck is pretty consistent. You kind of go through a lot of your monsters, but if you do get that far, then you probably win the game. We upped out to our third Loci. We were playing 2, but right around dual level 17, we decided that we needed more defensive cards because the decks were all like Sprite or something like that. And if we were adding more cards, we needed to up our consistency, which meant we needed to add in the third Loci. So we added in 3 Imperms and 1 Loci, which put us to 44 cards. But after that, like, the deck's pretty much standard, triple pedal, because it's one of your main starters. 1 Seed to do the extension play with the Sunvine Soin. 1 Lone Fire in case you want to summon from the deck, or, you know, Jasmine summons from the deck in defense mode, so I find that sometimes you might want to make Lone Fire and then use Lone Fire to summon something in attack instead, especially if you need that extra damage. We're playing the 1 Erika because it's a nice extender and it gets you into your Kanzashi, which is pretty good against like board wipes, or even good for like extension alone. It comes up, and I tend to go into it a lot, but I can see why people don't play it. But the deck is just pretty good. We're playing Called by the Grave because we don't like Maxi, and it usually comes out before you can negate with your princess. But other than that, like, the deck is pretty solid. I think this is pretty clean for Duelist Cup. I'm not sure if I'm going to play this in stage 2, but it did like very well for me. I'll show you guys what the win-loss record was, and it was pretty solid, you know. By the way, we did this on the 18th, so maybe I should have put this video up a long time ago, but you know, better late than never. So you guys got the deck list. I'm going to show you guys some duels where we got clapping, and as you can see, we did take some losses too, but like, we also took a lot of wins. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys some replays now. Let's get to it. Yo, so this first duel, we're going second. Our hands are pretty go secondy. Dark Ruler No More and Dark Hole helps us out. Terraform it also gets us to Con, which is a decent go second card. 2 Unexpected Die means we can afford to get ashed. So let's see what happens. I don't really quite remember what the opponent was playing, but yeah, let's go. So they're on Runic. Maybe it's Runic Sprite. You gotta assume it's Runic Sprite. Summon the Hugin. Hugin will discard to then get the field spell. Oh, discarded a blue, so it's Runic Sprite. Gets the Fountain. He's gonna summon Jet. We could go a little faster, right? We've seen this before. Get the Smashers. Make the Gigantic. Summon from the deck. Summons Hyperia. Draws a card. Activates whatever one that is to get another Hugin. He's gonna then draw 2. But he doesn't add a field spell, so maybe he doesn't have another one. Sprite Elf will then summon back to blue. Blue will then add a red. So no monster effects for us. And he's going to make IP. Activate starter. I guess that gets him into a carrot. And set to, we know one of those is Smashers. And we rip into Primula, which isn't bad, but it's not the best. Dark Ruler No More turns off the Elf and the IP. Dark Hole cleans it up, which turns off the Smashers. Unexpected Die into the Maxi. You know, we got rid of a lot of his cards, so I don't think we go hard here. I think we just start playing Rikka. We were going to play Sun Avalon, but the best thing about this deck is that you can go from playing Sun Avalon to Rikka real quick. So we get the Con, we set the sheet, we have a Rikka on board. We're good to go. We don't need to do anything. We contribute his monster for his other monster now because we have a Rikka on the board. And here he goes, 2 monsters. We're going to let him add because we can't do anything about it. But then we're going to activate our sheet. Tribute 1 monster to take the other monster. And now since he doesn't have a 2 on the field, he can't activate any of his effects and special summon. He gets his monster back in the end phase, but it's already too late. We've ripped in the pedal. Con will get us into Glamour. Glamour contribute his monster because of Con. We get us 2 level 4s, or we can get the 2 level 8s. So we get the Princess and the Primula. I'm thinking about playing another level 4, like Carrot Weight. I'm going to test that out. So we get the Rikka Princess now, special summon. Go into the Strenna. Strenna can then add back a Rikka or a plant from the graveyard. So we get our sheet. And now we're going to make Dry Ass. And he should pack it up now. Like, we have everything we ever needed. He can't smash us. I don't know what the other card is. But if he doesn't act, it doesn't matter. We still have a normal summon. And we have full Sun Avalon combo. So Dry Ass is going to summon the healer. His twin is going to special summon the Loci. And we could go for the OTK play now. But we decided not to. So we're going to Jasmine. Jasmine into Lone Fire. Could speed up a little bit. Lone Fire. Gets Cold Bide, so now we know that smashes. Cold Bide smashes. And he might have runic cards in his hand. But I don't see him using any, so I don't think he has them. Into Healer. Into Malias. Malias summoned back the Loci. And then we were going to make Thrasher. 3200. Can attack twice. Plus 2000. So 64 and 2000. That's 8400. That was lethal. So this next duel, we're going first. And our hand's not ideal. But let's see what we can come up with. So we do have Princess and Primula. So that's 2 monsters to get into Jasmine. And then we do have the Extender and Lily that we contribute to get from the deck. So that we have access to a plant from our deck, which is Petal. Petal will then get us Mudan. Mudan will then get us Con. Con will get us Sheet. And it looks like we're ending our turn with just a monster negate in the graveyard. And Sheet as an interruption. But that's not the worst thing. It's like very hard to interact with interruption. And Con contribute your opponent's monster. So it's still interruption, and you can't really see it coming too much. Yeah, you got the Sheet back here, but the Princess in the graveyard is hard to deal with if you don't have Dark Ruler no more. I mean, not Cold by the Grave or like Ghost Spell or something. We're up against Exosister. And they're going second, which I guess isn't so bad, but I think they'd rather go first. So he's going to take the Cold by the Grave with the Prosperity. Kaiser Coliseum, what an annoying card. So right here, I think he should have used the Cold by the Grave on the Princess before he started playing. Because I think that's the mistake that he made that cost him the duel. So Martha's going to summon Ellis. And we're going to Sheet right away, Con because he didn't get rid of it. To take the Ellis. Now he has to play from his hand. And find an Extender. So he's going to go Stella. Stella can special summon from the hand. So he still has it in his hand. But we're going to negate. But because we negated, that means that we triggered his card to level up. But we couldn't avoid that anyway. It's better that we did it this way. And cut off his way to extend. Rather than to let him get 2 bodies on the board. And then get the Search Plus. But we couldn't stop it. And we knew he had Call by the Grave. So it was better to just negate what we can. Before he hit us with the Call by the Grave. And we can't negate it all. So we let him make his Michaelis. Or Michaelis. I'm not sure how you say that name. Michaelis. Michaelis will then search. And also banish our Con. Get a Returnia. Returnia is a banish as well as a quick effect Xyz. But the Fool doesn't read the Jasmine. Jasmine protects a monster. It points to and itself from battle destruction if your life points are higher. And he paid 800 with the Vadis. Not with the was it Vadis? No, it was the packs. He paid 800 with the packs, and that meant that my life points were higher, so he couldn't destroy the Mudan. So he wasted his battle phase. And because we have two monsters, the Kaiser Coliseum, it's a problem, but it's not too bad. If we get rid of his monster, we can then play freely. But it is stopping us from being able to tribute to continue our combo. So we had to play into the banish because of the Kaiser Coliseum. And Erika made it a threat so that he would have to banish the Jasmine, which is fine. We set the evenly because he's not going to expect it to evenly. And he has like a continuous card anyway. But we're chilling. He finally gets over the Mudan. But he doesn't have much of a play afterwards. And runs right into the evenly match. Lost both his monsters because he valued the Kaiser Coliseum. But something you need to know about Kaiser Coliseum is if you don't have any monsters, your opponent can just play the game. Petal comes back from the graveyard, but he has a DD Crow. So now we're in like a stare match where we're just staring at each other. And yeah, the first one that gets there, the next pop off is gonna win this duel. And we top deck Unexpected Die. Let's go. Unexpected Die into Lokai. Lokai into Dryas. Dryas adds Sowing. And we can speed this up because we're going now. But DD Crow again takes the Lokai out the graveyard. Do we have another? No, we don't. So we have to use the Sowing to get another Lokai. It takes one body away from us. We would have had 4 bodies, but now we only have 3. But it's okay. Jasmine's back. Jasmine's tributing the Lokai. Jasmine summons Lone Fire. Erika is an extender. He didn't remember that. And so, good reason to play Erika. And now let's go. So we're going first this time, and I believe this is the duel where we popped all the way off. So I think I had to save this replay just so I could learn exactly what I did right or whatever. But yeah, let's get to it. So I guess it's a combo with Lokai and Snowdrop maybe? I'm not sure how this goes. We can speed it up a little bit. Lokai into Dryas. Dryas get the Sowing. Our opponent doesn't have anything, I guess. So it's all good with us. We get the Twin. Twin burns. Activate both. And you want to play around Ghost Spell. So you chain link to the Dryas, because Dryas was summoned from the extra deck, and Twin summons from the graveyard. So that's just something to remember. And now we're going to gain life points. We're going to make Jasmine. And right here you have the option to either make 2 Jasmine and get a double search by tributing the summon Laurel, or you could just play it safe and search your Rikka monsters with the Dryas healer combo here. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to make Dryas with the Twin, and we're going to make Healer with the Lokai. Healer will then gain life points, which triggers Jasmine to just search 1. But we search Mudan, which gets our Rikka engine started. Tribute summon Petal. Send Erika, because we already have everything we need. And that will get us Mudan. Mudan triggers Erika into extension. We get us a Con. And then we make Kanzashi. Kanzashi, we get the Con. Con gets us into Glamour. Activate the Glamour, we tribute off the Healer. We get us a Primula. We get us a Princess. And we go and activate the Kanzashi to extend. Primula activates the special summon. We get us an Erika. Lily will then special summon on the Dryas. So maybe this is a combo with the Lily also. I'm not sure if this is like replicable, but I wanted to learn this, which is probably why I saved this replay. And we end our field with every Rikka extra deck monster, and a Jasmine, and a Rikka sheet, with the Princess underneath the Strenna, which means we're going to detach it and have a monster negate in the graveyard. Then we have also happen to have Impermanent Sheet. So I'm not sure how to replicate this combo, but I think it's pretty cool that we have all 3 of the extra deck monsters on the field. But he has a Lava Golem. So I don't know if he understood what he did wrong. But if he wanted the Lava Golem, he probably shouldn't have Lava Golem the Strenna. It should have been the Teardrop and the Kanzashi. But because he did the Strenna, we get to get an extra deck monster. And Kanzashi triggers, which summons back from the grave. But he has the Call by the Grave for the Strenna, but not for the Kanzashi to get the Teardrop back. And he's on Runic. Who would have thought it? Runic Sprite, because there's a wind-up kitten. We're going to negate that. And that's it. Oh, this doesn't work because he's negated because of Kazashi. But that's it. Clap it up. Lava Golem. Never Lava Golem Strenna. It's just going to make another problem for you. Yo, so this is our last duel. This was the big duel. The duel that got us to duel level max. And we're going second. We don't have a single one of our go second cards besides Imperm. We put in like 12 go second cards. You would think you would open more than just Imperm, but it is what it is. This duel had us on the edge of our seat. And it was against a weird deck. Harpy Lady won us. Actually, I need this deck list. This guy, man, this deck was so interesting. I wanted to yoink it, but I couldn't yoink it because of the Duelist Cup rules. They just don't let you see your opponent's deck. So if you get hit with a Max C into a Trap Trick, and anytime you see Harpy Lady anything, you would just assume that Harpy's Featherstorm is coming. And that's just a disgusting card. It just negates all your monster effects for a turn. In the hand, in the graveyard, doesn't matter. And if you have a Harpy Lady on the field, it's a hand trap. And they can search it. It's probably the only reason to play Harpy. I'm looking forward to playing Harpy in the future. I'm definitely going to find this deck. But Sun Avalon, we're just going to play like regular because he has to stop us. We know he has the Featherstorm, but if he doesn't activate it, then he keeps it next turn, and we can't allow that. So we have to keep playing until he activates it. He's going to do that now, but it's all good because if he just passed on single Harpy Lady, I guess that's not what he wanted, you know? No way was that his plan. So we set our Imperm, and we just hope for the best. He's going to summon O-Lion. Like every turn, he just did one thing I did not expect. He goes O-Lion. O-Lion, I guess you play it so you can get into Auroradon. Or at least that's what I was expecting, like an Auroradon play. But no, he goes into freaking... He goes into... What is that card? The Samorg Link. Yeah, this card. This card is still alive and thriving. It's another reason to play Harpy, I guess. So now we realize that it's Try Harpy. And we don't have any real interruption outside of this Imperm. Because this is Keras, I was trying to figure out if he normal summoned it or not. But he special summoned it. But we go for the Imperm anyway. We figured if he had like a normal summon to play, then, you know, he might as well. Instead, he has Ecstatic Sign. So the problem is that he has all these terrible Harpy cards in his Tri-Brigade deck. I guess that's the problem. But yeah, let's get to it. You got some more goes for the thing, and we're expecting him to summon the Avion in the end phase, and we're just getting ready for that because Avion means that we're gonna have a hard time playing next turn. But no, he summons Perfumer and searches for the hunting ground. We don't have any back row. Why did you do that? And we were so blessed to find this as our last Doom level max duel. Once again, we get Max Seed, but at this point we have to go in for the Max Seed. Because what are we supposed to do? Just wait around to get Harpy's Featherstorm again? And we're thinking, as long as we don't get Featherstorm, as long as he doesn't draw into the Featherstorm, we could probably wrap this up. He draws into an Ash. No big deal. We still have monsters on the board. We can just keep playing. We go into Jasmine. Jasmine tribute off the Petal. Get us a Mudan. Mudan will then get us Con. And this is the play that you want. This is where you want to be. Con gets us Glamour. Glamour tributes off. Bye-bye. We get us a Snowdrop. We get us a Lily. Now we're playing. We're going to make that level 8. I don't know why, but it's cool. It's something you can do. A lot of times I just do it just because. Maybe something will come up. But in this case, we make 2 rank 8s. We go into Alcy. Go into Alcy. Alcy calls Yubel. We're not playing Yubel. We send a Princess instead. And we spin the Perfumer. Now, if he ever draws into the Harpy's Feather Storm, he can't even activate it from the hand. So we made sure to make Alcy for that reason. Now we go into Teardrop. We're going to tribute off the Keras. But we do not have lethal. And we're on the edge of our seat here. We just gave our opponent so many cards. This is our rank up match. We don't have any other way to get the rest of these life points away from him. We have to pass our turn. He's at 900. And he has so much gas, right? Like, he's playing Try Harpy. He has to have something. So here he goes, Harpy's Hunting Ground. And now that we have a back row, he has, what is this? Some more Onslaught, pitches a Harpy Lady. I know this card from Duel Links. It adds an end phase. Adds some Samorg Birds. Yo, I want to play this deck so bad. Samorg Bird at the beginning. We're going to Princess that because he's going to pop our field spell if he summons a Harpy. So we just decided to Princess the first card he plays, which happened to be his normal summon. But he has an extender in his hand. And I think the Samorgs are like special summons and normal summons. I'm not sure how they work, but we're going to find out later. Teardrop now. We'll get rid of his next monster. He's going to send a Samorg monster to the graveyard to add a spell trap. I have no clue what he's trying to do. I figure he's just getting into, trying to get into one of the big birds that either negate or stop me from playing the game. And we can't allow that. He has an extender in the Harpy's hunting pet dragon. And then this field spell comes down, which gives him another normal summon. And we're just trying to like stop the bleeding, you know? He's doing too much. I have no clue what his cards are doing. This is my breakup. I'm just so stressed. And he's making another Samorg. You can play 2 of these. I'm pretty sure this card's banned in TCG. But once again, our life points are higher, so he smacks into the wrong monster instead of smacking into Alcee. You would have thought this was like dual level 11 or something. As the channeler, he's on way too many Harpies. He summons the Apex Avian. We get our pedal back, but he didn't negate it. We was trying to get him to negate it. And because he didn't negate it, we're just going to add. If he lets us add, we contribute this monster. And he did that. Up, bye monster. And we gain some attack points, and we get to search. And we're probably going to go for game. That was our rank up. GG to him. And yo, let's get back to the deck list and I'll share my final thoughts. Yeah, so here it is once again. And what would I change about it? Well, if I ever went down to 40 cards, then we would probably just... Imperf's kind of lackluster. It works if you have other cards to go with it, but like alone, this was my 40 card list that got me all the way to 19 before we added in the extra stuff. So this is the way I would play it. The go second cards help a lot. But you don't really need go first cards like Maxi or Ash because you already have like Lokai to play your game for you or Petal. And you have extension with Princess and Primula. You're good to go. The extra deck, I wish there was a 16th card. If there was a 16th card, I would probably play Aurea or a 3rd Stunner because it could come up. But other than that, here's the deck. And remember, if it works for me, it can work for you. Pieces.